Riverside. Powered by Riverside.
What's up, everybody? It's 2 o'clock. It's a Friday. It's the Bullpen. Tony Mack. That's Tricky Ricky. We got Lucas in here with us as well. Hey, what was your first ever screen name or gamer tag?
Ooh, good start. Good one.
I am a Packers fan. So my first one, it was Lambo Man.
Yeah.
19 something. I don't know, whatever. 1992, my birthday, maybe.
He's going to eat some cheese and watch the game.
I was just there this
Lambo
weekend, so
Man.
I was just there, so it works out.
Okay, so
Can you guess Tony Max?
Boomer sooner.
Close.
way off.
Close.
So we got Lambo Man 1992, the Kool-Aid Man 007 over here, Prudence 14. Welcome in, everybody.
I think I heard this on. Did you guys talk about this on Wednesday? Show?
Yeah.
This got us
Prudence?
kicked off into a whole thing.
Prudence 14, yep.
Like the noun?
Whoa.
Or like
I didn't
old
even think
lady.
about the noun. I
Oh.
thought of the old lady.
I was thinking
That
the old
works
lady when
too.
I made it.
I don't even think I could use prudence in a sentence. Hold on.
Anyways, welcome to the bullpen.
We got a good one for you today. I'm going to ask a ton of questions today because we are we got the footy spirit. We're getting ready for the World Cup. Starts Sunday. I think the U.S. plays on Monday.
Monday.
Monday,
Oh, yeah.
the U.S. is starting their World Cup run. We've got plenty going on here at Toyota Field. We got college football this weekend, and then I have one main question I'm going to ask before we start everything. Hopefully somebody can answer it for me. But first, it's Friday, Ricky. We've been saying since Monday all the things we have going on Friday. Like Friday was a big day for us, both for the season and for the Christmas season as well. We have the Christmas Light Show in Winter Wonderland opens today. So come check out the Christmas Light Show tonight. When you get off work, grab the kids and come out here. It goes until January 2nd. Winter Wonderland on the inside goes until Christmas Eve. So come and check all of that out. And on top of that, for all the baseball lovers, the Pander lovers, we've got single game ticket vouchers started today on sale and mini plans.
Yeah.
I love the single game ticket. For those who don't know, single game ticket vouchers are not single game tickets, but they're perfect stocking stuffers, as we like to describe them, because you can give them to a friend or a loved one or some random person,
Possibly an enemy that you would
sure,
like to be a
yeah,
loved
sure, that works too. And
one.
they
Squash
can,
some beefs.
Sure, I like the way your brain works.
those are date agnostic,
Mhm.
and you can use them.
I don't think that terminology is on our website. That's the first one I've heard. Date
You can
agnostic.
exchange them for any game in the 2023 season.
Is that on the voucher?
once single game tickets go on sale?
So would you say it'd be prudent of anyone buying a single game voucher
Darn
to take that?
tootin', Ricky. And I believe they only exclude our all-you-can-eat Wednesday games,
Yeah.
which are a different ticket price. But they are box seats, and you can exchange them. You'll get a little like pre-sale window too, so you'll get there is an advantage to buying those early. So go get your vouchers or mini plans.
So the Wednesday dates are very Gnostic, but all of the other ones are I'm sorry.
I think
Sorry.
that's the
No, I
vocabulary.
don't think
Sure.
that's right. I'm sorry. Keep going. I just had to Google prudent just to see what it meant.
No,
I want to go print out one of our vouchers to see under date if it says agnostic under the
I
date.
doubt it. I doubt it.
I would-
But yeah, man, mini plans, single game vouchers, Christmas time, 20% off the light show, or 20% off at the Junkyard Team Store during light show hours.
we
Those
got
hours
Marvel merchandise dropped as well.
Yeah,
That was today?
that's
Oh,
the thing.
Go get your
too,
Marvel
yeah.
merchandise, and you can
Yes.
get that for 20% off in the junkyard during. We weren't originally, to be fully transparent, minor league baseball didn't really want us to discount that. But because we are so nice, we're discounting it for you. 20% off on Marvel
Let's
merchandise in the junkyard because you could call us heroes, perhaps superheroes in that regard.
For sure.
This guy over here.
Definitely.
All right, so before we get into the World Cup stuff, we're going to look at the kits that they wear. That's how you say it, right? The kits. That's the
They're not uniforms.
They're kits.
They're kits.
Yeah.
Which, rocking some kits right here. Rocking a little 94 US right here. Marcelo Balboa throwback.
I'm not even going to be able to guess what that is.
What do you think? Who do you think it is?
I honestly, I couldn't name, I don't know. I have no idea.
Name that team, man.
My last name is Dolangowski. So this is the Polish national team kit. This is from last World Cup. This is from 2018. But outside of the U.S., I rock with Poland. I rock with my homeland. So.
And one of the favorites in Group E, Oklahoma.
Boomer.
I don't think that's a group. No, it is.
State
It was Group L or something.
State of Oklahoma just missed in qualifying, unfortunately.
It was a rough draw. It was tough.
Yeah, group of death. You got the group of death.
Qualifying
so you can get out.
brutal.
Not a real big footy guy, huh?
No, not really. I only ever get into it. I say get into it. I only ever really watch it and have the urge to watch it when it comes to World Cup time. So I go in as just completely blind and don't know anything, just enjoying, trying to enjoy it. And usually every World Cup I do enjoy it. So
yeah,
I remember.
That's all right. We're not going to be footy snobs here.
I sure hope
for
that.
you.
The first
Ricky
World
will.
Cup I ever
will
watched. First World Cup I ever watched was 2010. So I was a little spoiled with the Landon Donovan run and everything. So after that, I wouldn't even make it in 18, right? Didn't even go.
No, we didn't, man. No, we had an off year.
The
powerhouse that is American soccer couldn't quite put it together.
So before we get into the footy jerseys or uniforms, kits,
shirt. Just the top is the
Yeah.
shirt.
Okay.
Not even a.
So the shirts.
Yeah.
So before we get into that, I have a question for both of you and anybody listening. Hopefully you can help me out. You can text in if you're watching live, 256-434-1366, 256-434-1366, or if you're listening on the podcast, hit me up on Twitter at Tony Trash Panda and let me know, what did Ticketmaster do? What is that? What's going on with Ticketmaster and Taylor Swift? Why are they so mad at Ticketmaster?
Everybody who was trying to buy a Taylor Swift ticket accidentally got a ticket to the World Cup. Now they're like, I don't want to go to Qatar. I'm not even into soccer.
Guess I'm going to Yemen.
So it's started a whole thing. Lucas could probably tell you more.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
just
accurate.
Extremely high demand that they said they weren't prepared for, even though they were the ones who sent out the pre-sale codes. So they knew how many codes they sent out, and then said they weren't prepared for it. Let me just get out in front of this. We don't use Ticketmaster. We don't use Ticketmaster here at the Trash Pandas. So single game, if you're getting single game ticket vouchers or mini plans, that's through tickets.com. So
this is a great
we're not
opportunity to do a little PSA. Yeah, if you're going to get tickets to a Pandas game, do it through us, because everybody else is just going to charge you a whole bunch of money because it's like what's it called? A scam. It's not even really a scam because the tickets do work for most of these places, but you're going to pay like 5 times the price.
Yeah, they're going to get their money. They're going to get theirs.
It's $8. You can come to a game for $8.
I knew a guy last year who paid $270 for 4 tickets valued at $64.
Oh, God.
Guy paid like 5 times the price. Don't do that.
That's
bad.
Definitely don't do that. All right, so we're going into this. You guys probably have some kind of knowledge as to what the kits usually look like, the shirts, if we're just looking at the shirts today, what they typically look like in a World Cup and what some of the other variations are. I'm just going in on this based on strictly what I'm not going to be able to compare it to the 2018 World Cup. I'm going strictly in on the 2022 World Cup kits.
Yeah, that's all right. We're not. Yeah, this isn't a comparison or anything. We'll just go.
I'll go ahead and start.
Do the current ones. Go ahead.
I hate most of them.
I kind of do too.
I hate them.
We're doing research for this. We're like, all right, pick your favorites, and I'm scrolling through them, and I got all the way to the bottom, and I'm like, none of these stood out to me.
I love Poland because they've had this jersey since 1964.
Some variation of it.
They've had the same thing every year. The USA since 1994 hasn't put out quality merchandise like this. All right, look at that. Stars, blue ocean that they're swimming across, that US logo before we got it all fancy.
Affectionately known as the denim jerseys.
Yeah.
The denim kits.
The American tuxedo, as I like to call it. And our kits this year, I can't stand them. They look They look like a rec ball team, man.
You got a picture?
I do.
You got a
Yeah.
picture of those?
You want to try a screen share? I'm doing a little share right here.
Yeah, I want to see what the U.S. is rocking.
Oh, dude, I might have closed it when I Googled prudent. No, we're good. We're all right. No, it's all right. We're good. Thought it did, though.
Yeah, the United States, if you haven't seen their kits this year, they absolutely bricked them. And I don't know anyone that likes them.
Are we talking about U.S.?
Yeah, I'm looking at
Sure,
it
let's
now.
just start out with the U.S.
Ugh.
Yeah, man, this is crazy. Like, we've got amazing colors, red, white, and blue. We got stars. We got 3 letters. It's fun to say. And then our white jersey is like a parallelogram around the neck, and that's it. And then our blue jerseys look like we took our white jerseys, and then someone who's never tie-dyed a shirt before tried to tie-dye the jersey blue, and it didn't go well. And then you got that.
So I'm looking at a picture of Pulisic wearing one, and I don't hate it, the blue one.
Oh,
Like-
you don't hate the blue one?
On some, no, I don't hate it when
This guy doesn't even hate the blue.
The blue one's the worst one.
I don't hate it. Like
It's fair.
actually seeing it on somebody, the white one's awful.
one's right.
I'm reversed. I think
Really?
the white one looks a little better.
I hate the white. There's a
In person.
trapezoid around the neck. There's a random trapezoid
That's
on
what's
our
bothering
jersey.
me too.
Why do we have a trapezoid on there?
That's what's bothering me about the white one too. That one looks. I'm looking at all of them here, and other than Argentina's looks like it. I think it always does, right? The
Yep.
Yeah,
blue
pretty
and white
clean.
stripe. But other than that, I don't see one that stands out. They all kind of look like the same solid, like the solid green or solid red or solid gold.
What are some like 3 favorites that stand out to you, Tony?
Well, Argentina, it's a classic.
Ricky, you want to pull these up, Ricky, so the
Argentina?
people at home can see them?
Yeah, Argentina's a good one. I like
Theirs are
Argentina.
classic,
Yeah. I'll pull it.
and they are proverbial favorites in the World Cup here. I think they're the betting favorite as well.
Argentina is?
Yeah,
How about it?
I think
Argentina's always they're the Dallas Cowboys of international.
Nah, Brazil.
How do you
No, but Brazil wins.
Right. When's the last time they won though?
When's the last time Argentina's won?
That's fair.
How do you
1980 or something?
How do you
I don't
mess
know
up a sky blue jersey? Like sky blue and powder blue, are like the hardest things ever to mess up on a uniform or anything. And Spain looks like Spain did that.
Spain's are those are my number 1 worst.
Yeah, those are pretty.
Spain's.
pretty
I
heavy there.
normally love Spain's.
Looks like an episode of
Kids
Blue's
do.
Clues. What are we doing?
See, Argentina's are like the blue is classic with the stripes.
Yeah.
But where they were going with the purple, is that purple?
It's purple. They got purple jerseys. They look like Orlando City.
They
Ugh.
do.
They look like an
I
expansion
think I
MLS team.
I made a joke about that as I am an Orlando City.
Interesting. I was more so talking about the
Yeah, those are
Like
good.
those.
Those
Those
are
are-
classic.
I like those. Not crazy about the U.S.
Can we go? Someone wrote, I believe, Belgium's with a nod to Guy Fieri.
Excuse me?
They bless you.
Look, pull up Belgium's because these things have flames on the side of their.
Oh, they do.
Oh, I
Sleeves.
just saw those.
They got the Flavortown sleeves.
Yes, as they are. They're known as the Red Devils, I believe, is like their.
I just scrolled past
name.
those, and I didn't want to be mean because I was kind of judging them off like the dude that was wearing them in
The
this
point
picture.
is to be mean.
Well,
I think in this
I was
podcast.
just judging the guy in this picture because
Yeah,
he was like
Kevin
some
De Bruyne.
redheaded dude. He was like, I'm
He's
buying
only
this
like
beat.
one of the top 5 best players.
That's
in
Kevin
the
De
world.
Bruyne, one of the greatest players. in
Yeah,
the
I don't
world,
like
dude.
his face or his hair.
Some random guy.
So I
Guy
didn't like.
makes $800 million a year.
I didn't like the red on red with the
That's
flames
fair.
on him.
Flame on over
Yeah,
here.
he looks like a big Mountain Dew guy in this picture. But just seeing him on someone else, they didn't look good either.
He
Big-
looks like-
Flaming hot Cheetos and Mountain Dew.
It's
you tell
fun,
me I'm
like
wrong.
showing like to a guy who doesn't follow the game at all. Like he goes, "Hey, this guy looks like he'd be into Mountain Dew." He's like, "Well, he's like one of the best players in the world." It's like, yeah, all right. Hey, off first
can't-
glance, he looks like a Mountain Dew guy.
He can't like Mountain Dew.
No, I'm not saying that, but I would never think that because I know who he is. But like you go,
Yeah.
like, who is this schmuck? What is he like, Mountain Dew or something?
Yeah.
Good takes, right?
Ricky, which ones catch your eye?
I like Korea's.
Korea's is good.
Korea's away. Hold on, let me pull that share up. It looks like a Jackson Pollock painting. Like it
Their
was
their primary one is really good too.
It was like a black canvas, and it's got a bunch of like paint drips on it. It's pretty sweet.
their main one is just red with like black trim, and it looks clean.
I think I would like Uruguay's better if Suarez wasn't wearing it in this picture.
Korea got the.
Yeah, love Korea's.
the
I
red,
love
blue,
a.
the yellow kind of all in there.
It kind of reminds me of like the More You Know rainbow.
Mm.
Yeah.
It does. I like that red. I think that's really cool. It's two colors. There's no it's just red and black and there's no other colors on it, and that collar looks nice too.
You seen Qatar's jerseys?
Theirs are solid.
Nah, they stink.
They're not the worst.
The color's not terrible.
I like the off. Is that like a cream color? I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Qatar,
I kind of like
Qatar
that.
cream. Right
I kind of
there.
like, yeah. Noted Qatar.
They got their own
Qatar
Pantone.
famously.
Mm-hmm.
Qatar cream.
That's good. I like one that stood out to me, and this is going to be possibly controversial. I don't like Mexico's regular. I believe they're green ones, but I kind of like their alternate ones, which are like have a Aztec look to it.
I do like Mexico.
I kind of like
Mexico,
it.
so I'm not gonna.
I'm kind of in on it.
It looks cool.
It looks good on a player too. Like if you see like with the number on it,
Mhm.
That does look pretty good.
yeah,
I like that one.
which people at home cannot see.
When I see that though, I don't go like, "Oh yeah, there's Mexico."
Yeah,
Right,
same.
that's but
On
that's good.
the text window again. If you're watching live on YouTube, 256-434-1366. Michael Ford gets in and he says, "Hey Ricky, is England wearing the sexy Queen kit? Do they have?
Ooh.
Is Queen Elizabeth be rocking that one?
I wish I could say that they were, but they're not. Nah, they deemed it too soon. Even though I thought it would have been a touching tribute. But
yeah.
Just a
Probably wouldn't have been
giant
Budweiser.
queen's face on it, like
do
sublimated
you know what we're
face.
talking about?
No, I don't.
All
know,
right,
sorry.
just give me. All right.
Oh, no.
just
Is
give
this
me a minute.
actually a real
I could.
thing?
Yeah, just look. Don't look at me. Real quick.
Ricky doesn't even have a picture. It's an actual computer virus that just keeps popping up every now and then.
Don't look over here. All right.
I've seen it. Don't
No,
block
I'm
me
not
out.
talking to you, man. All right. All right.
I don't know what's happening here. I do like England. Rick, you and I were talking about this the other day. I kind of like England's red kits.
Uh-huh.
That's we don't need that. What are we doing? This is a family program.
This has already been on the show like 100 times, dude.
It was on Wednesday.
It's a thing.
Ricky printed one out
Unbelievable.
on Wednesday. Put a print
There
out.
is the notion of I don't know how to describe. Someone describes this on like it's like the eulogy bump or like the death bump from like someone like a mascot. Like if a mascot of a college football team like dies or
Right,
something,
right,
like
right.
that dog passes away or whatever. Like bet on them the next game because they're gonna play for the
Just
like is it so. Like if England wins, it's like, oh, they did it for the Queen. Like there's always that bump.
So England's like the Nick Castellanos of the World Cup.
Sure.
Know what we're doing?
The Grim Dinger.
The Grim Dinger.
himself.
That's right.
Interesting. I don't know if that's going to carry though. I don't know. But England's been disappointing for a while. You know, they're always that team that's got high expectations. They don't quite capitalize. All during the reign of the Queen. Maybe now we got a king over there. Maybe they pick it up. I don't know.
Look, I know first off, they should get out of the group. They're in the weakest group, probably.
Yeah, they're with
which
America.
includes the United States.
We have a trapezoid on our jersey.
Right.
Just
But
not gonna let that go.
I would encourage you. I know we're in a football, not a football. We're in a football state. We're in a football town. And I know
football.
on Black Friday there's some big game. I believe Egg Bowl is played on Black Friday usually.
Mississippi State.
Yeah.
It's either Thanksgiving or Friday.
There's usually some big games.
Yeah.
Florida State is now being played on that Black Friday.
Is it?
However, England versus the United States in the World Cup is being played on Black Friday. I believe is that at 1:00
It's a 1
or
o'clock
11?
game. 1 o'clock Central Time.
I'd encourage you to just peek in on that if you can. If you're not a soccer fan, support your country.
This is more than soccer. You know, this is for soccer.
This is
all
the
right?
Revolutionary War of soccer.
We went across that ocean because we got tired of calling this game football. We said we like soccer. There's too many letters in football. We have trouble spelling it. By God, we found this country. We started kicking a ball around with our feet and said, we're going to take feet right out of the name of this sport. We're going to call it soccer, a word that has no meaning. So Black Friday, we fight to keep that.
Mm.
Yeah. I think that was a Fox promo I just recited.
Man.
I think that's an actual commercial.
Probably.
Yeah.
What's your guys'
Washington didn't cross the Delaware so he could lose in soccer. This Friday, tune into Fox.
right? And we might not even win in soccer. We could just draw.
You know what really stinks about being a U.S. soccer fan?
Everything.
Like, well, yeah.
You know what the best part about a U.S. soccer fan is?
Well, I got to get out the worst part first. And, it's like England, they haven't won it in forever. But, they could go out there and go, this could be our year. We could win the World Cup. And people are like, yeah, you could. And the USA's got their golden generation, maybe the best team we've ever seen. And we're like, yeah, maybe we won't lose to Iran. Like that's our biggest thing. Like we don't even think about winning the thing. We're like, maybe we'll
think everyone is eyeing next
we'll get
World
out of the
Cup.
group. Yeah.
Yeah, if we get out of the group, I'll be happy.
Maybe we'll be out of the round robin play. I hope. It's our golden generation. I mean, we might even see the second round this year.
We're the youngest team in the tournament, though.
That's right, dude. The diaper dandies.
So it's going to be 2026 that we'll win.
We'll win it all
for sure because we're playing on home soil.
We'll probably get a silver medal this year. Going to PKs against Argentina or something, but next 4 years, that's our thing.
You know the best part about being a U.S. soccer fan right now?
The
Amazon commercials. Those are pretty cool.
What? I don't know what we're talking about.
Pretty cool. Is it John Hamm plays Santa Claus?
Oh, those are the Fox commercials.
Those are it's on Fox.
Oh, those are Fox.
It's
on Amazon. I don't know.
Do you get confused when you watch Thursday Night Football that you think you're actually watching Fox, but you're actually watching Amazon? Because I do that. I change it to Fox and I go, dude, where's the game at?
Once I finally find the game, I'm good. Once I'm on Amazon, I know it's on Amazon. Ooh. But when I still have the memory of flipping over to Fox. Like last night, like the Titans game was coming on. They were playing the Packers, and I was getting ready to watch it, and I was in the kitchen doing something, and my wife was going to flip it on for me. She's like, what channel? It's on Fox, like always. She's like, it's not. They're playing something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a dad now.
Wrong app. You got to open Prime and click the Watch Live.
This is part of being a father. So you're going to misdiagnose channels for the rest of your life, right? And it's only getting harder. There's more channels than ever before.
There's going to be 3 remotes.
All
right.
Dude, on my chair, I have a little remote saddle. On the arm
that's
of my
dad.
chair.
That's a dad move for sure.
Keep it
all right
here.
What's your number one favorite? Sorry, just circle back to the kits real quick. Okay. Number one favorite kit from the 32 teams.
I found one I liked
at the World Cup.
My favorite might be. I was going to say Denmark because they're like protesting the whole World Cup. Their jerseys have no accent, no nothing.
It's all
solid color. Like, let me share this.
Even the logo.
So they're protesting all the deaths that happened when they were building this stuff. Like, the corruption that's been in the news about this thing, how they stole the World Cup from the U.S. They bribed everybody. FIFA's old head guy, Sepp Blatter, even admitted it. A lot going on there. So Denmark, not going to do anything fancy. They got a red jersey. The logos are red. The sleeves are red. The stitchings are red. Everything's red. You can't even tell.
I think the numbers will have to be white for like TV's sake.
So they don't get away with like what Gonzaga and like Duke do every year, where they get a jersey that's black and then they make the letters and numbers black, and you have no idea who anyone is on it.
Yeah, I think they have to do that. Denmark's are sweet. Yeah, I think the company that makes those, Hummel too, is like all in on that, like for the protests too.
But as far as I like the French kit, man.
I'm gonna agree with I'm agreeing with you.
Oh yeah,
the blue with the gold. They're the defending champs. Like I think they've done gold before, but that's just such a phenomenal.
This is what our jerseys should have been.
It's almost like that's why they won the World Cup, because they have good jerseys.
Look good, play good. That's what Coach Prime said. Mm-hmm. Look good, play good, feel good, feel good. I don't remember.
Footy good.
Yeah. Score goals.
The 3 I liked, and then like an honorable mention. I liked Argentina's. I like Brazil's home. Is that the
yellow is classic.
Yeah. I actually like Germany's away.
Is that the
red? Yeah, the red ones.
These? Oh, I like Germany's other ones. The white with the black stripe down the middle is. Yeah. It's almost like the really good teams have good kits.
And I'll be honest with you, my honorable mention, other than the Croatia's away, is the U.S. blue. I like the U.S. blue.
Likes the U.S. blue.
I like the U.S. blue.
You might be
scrolling through here and looking at all these. That one stands out every time I scroll past.
Oh, it's like the worst one, dude.
You might be the only.
Every time
you might be the only one that likes it. And that's all right.
Oh my god!
Every time I scroll past it, it stands out, and it looks good.
Looks like a shirt I made in 7th grade on tie-dye day, dude. And that shirt stunk. I wore that shirt once. I threw it away.
Well, it's like the past years they've had that type of shirt, but it's like their warm-up shirt.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that
and now
looks
they're
like
like,
a
we're going
warm-up.
to put it in play. I was like, why?
Hey, you see those white jerseys that guys are warming up in? You ever thought if we maybe added a trapezoid to the neck and then made those our kit? What do you think? Yeah, all right. Someone call Nike. Let's get on it.
Yeah.
Look, being in sales here and having to call a bunch of different people and looking at a bunch of people's websites all the time, you kind of get a theme with certain type of companies, and they usually have the certain type of theme on their website. South Korea's away jersey that you were showing earlier with like the space type theme almost,
Mhm.
it reminds me of any like internet software website that I've visited in the last 3 weeks. Every one of them has like a theme on
Sounds
their
about
website
right.
that looks just like that. So now I'm reversing course on this. I don't like it as much anymore.
Are you calling out our potential partners?
What a hot take.
It's okay. I've just seen it. I've seen it.
Software company, South Korea is. You don't
So-
like those? Do you like their
They're having the
regular
biggest.
ones?
They're having their biggest tech boom in 50 years. What is your
Well, good
problem?
for them. That's great. Come up with an original backdrop.
Okay.
Heung-min Son, who plays for Tottenham
Awesome.
for South Korea.
That's
He has like a broken nose or something, or something with his eye. No, he had eye surgery, I think.
Yeah.
And he's going to be wearing like a Batman mask during the World Cup, which is so sick.
Oh, he's gonna look cool.
That's gonna be pretty.
He's
And
gonna
he's
look
really
cool.
good.
We found out over the years that we love guys that wear the Batman mask.
Mhm.
DeSumo for Illinois. Remember
Richard,
when he wore it?
yeah,
Love that.
Richard Hamilton, the OG
right.
mask
The
wearer.
OG.
When I'm a Pistons
Rip rocked the clear gear, right?
Yes,
He was a clear guy. And then he was so good with it on, he left it on even after his face was healed.
Here's a question from Troy on the text window 256-434-1366. What's more likely to happen? The U.S. wins the World Cup, Tiger Woods wins another major, or Auburn wins another national championship?
just in the totality of. Oh, I guess it would be like
Ever.
in 10 years, because like Tiger probably only has not
So-
even 10 years.
Auburn's probably most likely there with the fact that if we're going 10 years, maybe not as likely as the U.S. in 2026. But depending on who their next head coach is, and that they have until like the end of time to win a championship, Tiger Woods is going to get old.
Yeah, I'm out on Tiger on that one.
Yeah, I'm out on Tiger, too.
Unfortunately.
I rate it. U.S. wins the World Cup. 1, because we said it's only 4 years away.
Mhm.
2,
It's happening.
Tiger wins a major because in 4 years
You're
he'll probably win.
You
3 or
had to
4.
disparage Auburn. didn't you?
3, Auburn wins the national championship.
We're going next 10 years.
They don't even.
The next decade, I'll take Auburn.
World Cup.
More
World Cup's hosting. We're hosting it in 4 years. We're going to hoist the trophy. We're going to host the games. Boom. Tiger Woods going to win. I mean, give it another year, and most of our good golfers are going to be playing for the Saudi Arabians. All right, so they're out of it. Tiger's going to win a Masters. There's going to be 8 other people. I'm going to finish 12th in the 2023 Masters. That's how many people will be out there. Auburn, SEC is only getting tougher, bro.
most likely
That's
to
fair.
happen in the next 10 years. Auburn winning a championship, U.S. World Cup, Tiger winning another major. If we're putting a 10-year time frame on it.
Wow.
Lane Kiffin, if he's the head coach at Auburn, like I think he's going to be,
Not going to happen.
he at Ole Miss, he came in and in only year 2 won 10 regular season games, which Ole Miss has never done before. He's about to do it again this year. He fixes all of Auburn's immediate and long-term problems as long as he can get along with the boosters. If Lane goes there, it's Auburn. Auburn's the most likely thing to happen.
Seems like they like Caddy there. He might get hired full time.
Look,
They're selling out the freaking 3-6 matchup, and they're like crying on the sidelines after a
but
win.
how long does that last? Like it's a nice little shot in the arm, but they lost to Mississippi State with Caddy there. They beat a 3-6 team who is now on a 6-game losing streak.
They're the worst team in the SEC.
Yeah, and they
The
beat,
A&M, that is.
yeah, they beat the worst team in the SEC. And then now they play Western Kentucky, who could give them a good game, and then they play the Iron Bowl. The only way Cadillac, I think, is legitimately a candidate is if he wins the Iron Bowl. That's the only way he becomes a legitimate candidate, because that's what kept Gus employed there so long. He would win 7-8 games a year, but he'd beat Alabama every couple of years, and they're like, well, let's give him another extension. So that the only way in my mind is if he's playing himself into like a coordinator role at Auburn right now. Like they'll want to retain him. The only way he becomes an actual candidate, in my opinion, is if they win the Iron Bowl next week, which I don't think is going to happen.
Stock's rising for figurehead interim head coaches. Jeff Saturday got the dub for the Colts. Cadillac Williams bringing life to an Auburn team that was dead in the water. I see what you're saying. But don't get it twisted. I mean, Cadillac goes out there and wins the Iron Bowl by 40 points. Ain't gonna win no natty. Ain't gonna win no natty, bro. They don't put them on no national level. You beat a down Alabama team. You got to recruit, man.
It's still a 10-win Alabama team.
Stop.
Or
grind.
well, I guess if Auburn wanted to be a 9-win Alabama team, but
Isn't the World Cup going to 48 teams starting in 2026 as well?
I think so.
To make it even tougher.
Now we'll have to worry about teams like Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, surely we wouldn't lose to them.
Tunisia.
I actually got that reference.
There you go.
Tahiti. Remember when they were in the World Cup last? They lost to
Germany
like 10-0.
It's going to make it way easier for them to qualify.
I don't
think USS worry about that in 26 though.
No, they get it automatically.
You automatically qualify.
But I'm just in general, in years down the line, it makes it way easier for them to qualify.
True.
I'm glad lesser countries are in it because I like when the smaller countries are in it because during their game, which is usually not competitive, you hear about all of the real lives of these people. Like I remember Tahiti, their best player, like their striker was a dentist. Like, he had to close his business down for 2 weeks so he could go to the World Cup and get whooped in group stage. And then he come back and the guy's like a hero. He's like, yeah, I got my teeth fixed by that guy who played left mid.
Or like Iceland made a run in Euros a couple years ago, and then they made the World Cup and then didn't do well. But that was kind of the same line. You're just like, who is this like everyman fisherman? It's like, but he's actually really good at something.
So let me ask you this: realistically, if it expands to 48 teams, realistically, should the U.S. ever not qualify again?
No,
they should always qualify.
It'll be like an extra spot, pretty much, or it might be an extra spot or two coming out of CONCACAF qualifying, which is like your only competition in that is Mexico and Canada, and those are the three horsemen, not the four horsemen.
How rigged is the World Cup? I saw the thing where you're talking about like it's already been bet. Like I know that.
How much time you got?
I know that FIFA is like hardcore, scandalous and bribery and things like that, and it has to be the most like understood sport that's that way, right? I mean, people talk about the NFL and the NBA, they'll argue back and forth. Well, the NFL's rigged. If you look at this, it's rigged, it's rigged, and people will fight back on that. Anybody comes to you and says FIFA's rigged, no one's going to go, wait. No one's coming to the defense there, right?
Hey,
nobody.
Hey, Kevin, Tony Mack asked me, how corrupt is FIFA?
Well, I know that FIFA's corrupt. I'm asking, like, is it as corrupt to where, like, these games are legitimately rigged?
Kevin sent me the conspiracy theory about the Ecuador Qatar opening game. So, yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, well, there's a lot. I mean, how corrupt? I guess how much time do you have, really? I mean, it's a lot of cash going to people's hands, and now they're admitting it after they've already been arrested, but everyone already knew. I mean, the World Cup is in Qatar. I mean,
I didn't even know what Qatar was until I heard the World Cup had Qatar.
I hope you don't want a beer.
People actually thought, like, there are some that still think that we're having the World Cup in the wintertime because of COVID somehow.
Yeah, no.
But no, it's because it's in Qatar.
Well, and then also too, like it'd be one thing if it was like, the United Arab Emirates, like which like you just played in like Dubai, like a very like well built up and financed area now.
Yeah.
Like they'd still have to build a bunch of stadiums, but at least just like that's like a
no, we're playing in Doha,
an emerging country.
You ever been to Doha? Not me. Don't try to get you a sudsy beverage either, because they said 2 days before, oh yeah, thanks for everyone showing up. We ain't selling beer.
That's the worst part about it. Like you can put the corruption to the side. The worst part about the World Cup is they are not selling beer, and they announced it 2 days before it started.
Well, they originally announced that they weren't selling it. Then they said they would, to like a certain degree, and then they reverse course again. Like, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Some Fire Festival vibes out in Qatar right now. Some hardcore fire. They're going to show. I saw the little tents that they have to stay in. Did you see those, or like little fan rooms?
Yeah. What was the deal with that, Kevin? Who is that for? Is that just people going, players?
They said that there's going to be 1.3 million fans going, and I don't know if I buy that like at all.
Why would you go?
I don't know. And the interesting thing is, like, Last World Cup or a couple World Cups ago, Brazil had a rule, like a federal law, that you can't sell beer in the stadium, and FIFA was like, nope, that's gone, and they made them change it, and they did, and now it's like, do you think FIFA's actually going to do that with Qatar? No way, they're not.
Yeah,
gonna
right.
do it.
You don't call the shots anymore over here.
So, well, I don't know. I'll be surprised if half a
FIFA
million
has
fans show up.
$100 million deal with Budweiser too, as an official sponsor.
Wouldn't want to be a corporate.
You know how they
lawyer
can
for them
remedy
to-
that?
What?
Put sexy Queen Elizabeth on the England kit.
Come on, dude.
She's wearing a Budweiser.
She's wearing Budweiser garb, man. Put her on the kits.
How do you feel about that, Kevin? You know anything about that?
I just learned. I was watching.
Where'd you find this? First off,
I was talking about
Worst Halloween.
worst Halloween costumes, and number one on the list for 2022 is sexy Queen Elizabeth.
yeah, no, that would be it. That'll do it.
And now I understand why.
That's nightmare
So.
fuel.
Yeah, it's great. We'll go ahead and take that down.
Yeah, probably for the best.
What are we talking about? You kind of just
I
sidetracked
was
me
looking
there.
at the awful rooms that they have.
Yeah.
The tweet that I saw where it was showing it said the fan rooms, but I would much rather share like Brittany Griner's gulag with her than stay in one of those.
They don't look
So-
great, man. And they painted doors on the front, on the little zipper hatch where you go in. Did y'all see that?
Oh yeah.
They painted a nice little French door on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They-
Which I
Class
thought,
it up.
I thought it was nice. Yeah, it was a nice addition. You know, the FEMA huts for the Fire Fest, they were just like domes with no design, no accenting. Not in Qatar. They're not holding back.
They put some nice plants
Mm-hmm.
right outside of the each of the shipping containers.
A little flag that they bought at the airport for each country, you know, just sticking out of the
Oh, what
the
country
top.
you're in for? Perfect. That's going on your shipping container.
They just stab it in the top of the tent. The air, it's very cold at night, so it's not going to be fun in there.
Ugh.
They're supposed.
Anyways, I'm excited for the soccer.
Gonna be a fun one though, dude. You're gonna be really pumped.
Who's winning it? Who's winning the cup?
Good.
Who's your
Brazil,
pick?
Brazil's the betting favorite, by the way.
Oh, Brazil's the betting favorite. I would have guessed either.
Yeah, it's
Argentina
like
or
close.
Brazil.
Yeah,
They're two-
Messi's
they're
never
two.
won one though, right?
correct.
So that's like the big knock on him.
They're the Dallas Cowboys of international.
No,
So,
Well,
yeah, they are.
the
dude.
No, they're
do
not
that.
because they've won.
The Cowboys have won.
It's got to be Brazil
How is Brazil the Cowboys?
Brazil's
Who's the
not
Cowboys?
because they haven't won one in a while.
like
2002 was the
2002,
last time they won.
2002. That was like 5 World Cups ago.
That's fair.
4. That's
Only
when
had
that
5
happened.
tries. Dallas Cowboys have had like 30. You know, England. When's the last time they won one? It was like 60.
66, right?
Yeah.
Is England more of the Dallas Cowboys then?
Oh yeah, who was I calling? I was calling Argentina. Argentina has
Argentina's-
won one since '80, right? Or was
86.
Maradona? Did he pull one out in the '70s or '80s?
86
So it's
against
like-
West Germany.
That's about the same time.
With the most egregious.
There's like
non-call,
4
though.
Dallas Cowboys out there. Is what I'm trying. England's a Dallas Cowboys. Argentina, Dallas Cowboys. Belgium, Dallas Cowboys. Belgium.
Never
Who's
won.
Belgium? Who's got a lot of hypes? Didn't win. Still didn't win.
Buffalo Bills.
I was
Texas
just going to say
A&M.
that.
Belgium's Texas A&M. They got all the players. They got no excuse. But then you get out there and you try to win a trophy and they can't do it.
Have you guys built your FIFA World Cup team yet? On the thing, a buddy of mine.
No, how have you done it already?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
He sent it.
Well, are
to-
you even paying attention to anything? He's
I-
going,
I
hey, you
listened
guys
to
got the app?
I didn't listen to a word you just said.
They got some
He-
mini games on here.
He sent it's like the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. He sent it to us the other day and made us make one while we were waiting to play the new Call of Duty. And
Does FIFA get your information?
I don't know,
Bro, you sucker.
I gave
You're
him.
done.
I gave him.
Those 400 free Qatari bucks you got on the app were not worth it.
I have an email specifically for like sign up stuff for this and junk, so I just use that email. But I wanted you guys to rate my team. You get $100 million to spend on these guys, and I took the approach of like people that have never played fantasy football before. You know, they have the dumb luck; they just pick names that they've seen.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I did.
Is there a
Let's do
bribe
it. Let's
option
go
on
through
this? Because if
his-
there's not a bribe
Wish I
option,
could
it
pull
doesn't
this
really
up here.
feel.
Oh, this is like
No,
the
it's-
actual app here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You have Messi and Mbappe up front.
That's pretty good.
Messi's the captain.
You got Paris Saint Germain. That's good.
Yeah. You have Pulisic.
It's one of like 4 players I knew. So
It's good. Get an American. The jersey's got trapezoids on them.
You got Alisson, which is probably the best goalkeeper, possibly.
Are we really rating your World Cup fantasy team right now?
I just want to know what you thought. I just wanted quick thoughts.
You know what I think? Maybe you should pay attention.
He went goal heavy. He's like, I'm
World
scoring.
Cup.
You went totally
His
rogue.
defense kind of stinks.
Your defense is crap. You got holes all. This guy, we're gashing this team all day.
We're talking World Cup. I was showing you the World
By
Cup.
the end of this game, Qatar's going to start selling beer. That's how brutal this is.
I'm on topic with this.
I'm on top.
I was also hoping you guys could help me pronounce some of the names.
Boomer.
I think I can pronounce most of them. I don't know. The Alisson, that's
he's Brazil's goalkeeper.
Is it Dumfries?
Yeah.
That's actually how you say it?
Denzel
Dumfries for Netherlands or Holland.
I got Dumfries on my team.
Is that Kound?
Alisson.
Koundé?
Got a lady goalie? Huh?
Koundé? Huh?
Koundé.
Yeah.
He's
French, I believe.
Martinez. What's that? How do you say his last
name?
name?
Van Dijk?
Is it
Virgil van Dijk?
It's Dijk. I don't know. The J was throwing me off.
Yeah. He plays for Liverpool.
Pulisic.
Ricky's just going to leave, I think.
Is it Tadic?
We're just going to.
Tadic. Dusan Tadic.
Tadic?
Oh, yeah, Tadic, yeah.
Rodri?
Rodri.
Okay. I feel like I've heard that name before.
All right, we're going to spend the next 20 minutes of
I'm almost done.
Tony just tries to pronounce soccer players' names.
I'm almost done.
We're going through all 32 clubs.
We got Gallagher. I know that one. Ricky. I want your Gallagher story here in a minute, actually. Messi, Mbappe. I don't know. This is the first time I've actually looked at my bench. I don't know. Know of what?
I can't see his full name.
What formation are we running?
Fadia? Oh, yeah.
What formation are we running right now?
He's got a 4-4-2.
All right, there we go.
Anyways, that's been footy talk.
Good luck
with the lads.
You. Yeah, good luck to you. We didn't even pick a winner.
Oh, right, yeah.
We should do a bracket.
No, I'm taking Brazil, actually.
Brazil? Who you got?
Well, I was either going to do Brazil or
done.
Argentina, so I'm going to say Messi gets his first one. Let's go with Argentina.
Okay.
He took Brazil.
I'm going to go Dallas Cowboys as well. I'm going to take Argentina. No.
Other Dallas Cowboy.
I'm going to go Spain. I'm going to go with Spain.
After getting knocked out of the last World Cup in the group stage, I believe.
That's right. They're hungry. They want revenge. They saw Tony Mac's team. They said, "Where are the Spaniards?" None of them.
You got a Spain jersey?
Yeah,
kit?
That's right. I got a kit.
Shirt?
I'm going to rock it. And I think Spain takes it. What are they like, fourth or fifth favorite? Kevin, what is it?
I think they're down.
No, they're down. They're like seventh, I think. Sixth or seventh. There's a lot of people tied with those odds down there.
What's the U.S.?
Plus 10,000.
Is that like 13th?
Yeah, they're tied with like Wales, for instance.
Ooh, Spain's just as close to
who
the
we
top
play
as
in the
they
first
are
game.
in the U.S.
For those of you who live locally, Ricky and I are going to be taking a half day on Monday.
We're skipping work.
Nice.
We're skipping work.
It has been approved by our boss, so it's PT. We're taking PTO. We're going to. Can we say this? Is this non-sponsored? Sponsored? We're going to Fractal Brewing with the American Outlaws. So if anyone wants to join us, 1 p.m.
I don't know if I have enough PTO saved up to take a half day yet.
Just come for the first half.
That's tough, dude.
But just come on lunch.
Haven't got 4 hours yet.
Just take my lunch at 1.
Yeah, perfect. If you want to come hang out with us, that'd be fun.
Yep. Watch a little footy. Cheer on the boys. We might get out of round robin this year, baby.
We're
getting out of round robin. We might get to the second round. We have bad cheers. We have really bad cheers as a soccer team. I hate our cheer. Our biggest one is I believe that we can win. I believe that we will win. That's such a sad chant.
Well, that's the funniest thing is
not even confident
when people especially like English soccer fans who or we joke about English soccer fans in like a good way because their chants they can come up with them in like 5 minutes and they just made like a 45-second song that the whole section is now singing and like U.S. fans just
we just get drunk and get into fist fights.
Defense.
What'd you say?
We just pick songs from like the 1950s that cheerleaders did at like pep rallies of like be aggressive.
Yeah, we stink.
We still do those.
In 2026 when it comes on to our turf, you think we're going to bring the overrated chant into the World Cup?
Yes, there will be an overrated yelling at 42-year-old Ronaldo.
42-year-old.
So I accidentally opened this app when I was trying to get out of the World Cup one, Ricky. How many of the guys in the World Cup do you think I'm related to?
Your Ancestry.com reading is the World Cup.
It's so long.
Extended to 48 countries.
Yeah, so who's your backup club behind the United States?
So right now you're rooting for England, Russia, Spain,
Russia's not in it.
Mexico. Is Denmark in it?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're rooting for the Danes. I think the Aegean Islands just missed qualifications. Wales.
They're in it. He's got a lot of clubs.
Senegal.
Bandwagon Tony over
Way to
here.
go on the 1% Senegalese.
My ancestors.
Way to
were
go,
not
Ricky, for knowing it's
prejudiced
Senegalese is the name.
Well, I heard the news about Mane. He's going to be missing the World
That's
Cup. How do you
huge,
feel about
yeah.
that as a Senegalese man yourself?
As probably a distant cousin, like really distant cousin.
The most distant.
Yeah.
He's the best player in
like the distance to outer space. You are 1% Senegalese, though, man. That's cool.
Ricky, so who's your Poland is my backup club besides the United States. So Ricky, who's your backup? Like, not that you're rooting for to win necessarily, or that you're picking to win, just like who's your backup club?
Spain.
Spain, yeah. Who are you going with? You gotta have a backup because United States, like, they're not getting out. You know, maybe we'll get out of the round robin. You gotta have a backup.
The Falkland Islands.
Let's see.
I don't think they got a team, bud.
Going with Spain.
Hey, my Spanish brother, Antonio.
Yeah. So.
All right, good for you, dude. You got a lot of kits to buy if you're going to support all of your family.
All right, before we get out of here, we got like 15 minutes left. Seeing the name Gallagher on my World Cup team reminded me of something I wanted to talk to you about earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Because Gallagher, the famous comedian, the guy who smashes the watermelons, just recently passed away. And I had no idea that you had met him. Like some of the stories you tell from the radio, I was there for some of those. I remember those. I don't remember Gallagher coming to the radio station, and I definitely don't remember this story that you told. I'd love to hear more about this.
Yeah, I was excited to meet Gallagher. I know Lucas is a huge Gallagher fan, so we talk about it.
I know who he is.
He's
like me at the World Cup. I've heard of that guy.
We talk about his Gallagher fandom. It's like, some people you're embarrassed to say what you're a fan. Like, I'm a big pro wrestling guy. I don't really like to talk about it too much. Some people, they think Lucas is huge with Gallagher. So I did get to meet him, and is when I was working Top 40 radio, man. Gallagher's doing some shows in Huntsville. He's trying to get the word out there, so he's going to come to the station in person. Most of the time you get someone they do a phone interview or something. They're not coming in person. Gallagher didn't have anything else to do, so he was going to come in person, and we invited out some people. We were like, we'll give out 10 passes to people. They can be in studio, they can hang out with Gallagher, and maybe he'll crush a grapefruit and we'll all go home happy. And so he gets there, and I want to dress the part. So I want to dress like 70s Gallagher with the hair and the mustache and the crazy get up. And I have a meat tenderizer because I couldn't afford a mallet. Where do you go get a mallet? I don't know where you get a giant wood mallet. So I had a meat tenderizer. I got a black and white striped shirt, fake mustache, bowler hat, suspenders. I'm ready to Gallagher it up. And then Gallagher comes pulling in with his manager. He gets out of the car. He sees me, and he goes, "I never wore freaking suspenders!" And I was like, "Oh, my God, dude."
Like, as soon as you got there?
First words he said, "I never wore any suspenders. Robin Williams wore suspenders. Damn, Dave Chappelle wore them, too. It wasn't me." I was like, "Oh. Well, I'll take them off, man. I was just trying to flatter you, man. Like, nice to meet you." He goes, "I never wore them." All right, cool. So I took off the suspenders. Him and his manager come in. Him and his manager are like chipping at each other. They're getting all don't worry about it. You're like, this is an odd dynamic these two guys have. And they get into the studio, and these like couple of families, or it was like 10 people are in there, like, "Oh my God, it's Gallagher. How cool." And we're about to go on air, and he starts.
What was your mood at that point? Like right before you're about to go on air, after you just got yelled at for the
I don't really like. I'm not a big fan of this guy. I'm like, I'm debating in my head. I'm like, do I call out Gallagher? Like, do I start something? Because Gallagher had a reputation of going on radio shows and being a problem, like telling like jokes in bad taste and just really not being a good dude to be around. So first thing, I don't watch it better. Like, I'm already like, all right, we're getting the Gallagher that I've heard about. And he gets in there, and before we go on air, he starts telling jokes, and they're all very racist. I mean, they're terrible jokes, dude. And we're like, oh, no, you don't want to, but like at the same time, you're kind of like, because he's there and you got to sell his tickets and everything. And so then he gets on air, and we're talking to him, and it's fun, and it's joking. He's turning on the thing and whatever. And he goes, "Hey, you guys want to hear a joke?" And we're like, I think we're running out. What happened when? And we're like, "Oh no!" And he tells a horrible joke, dude. And we're like, "Hey, see, we're gonna go to bed. Come on back to the call number 10's gonna go see Gallagher later." Off the air, we're like, "Whoa, Gallagher, dude! Like you gotta like tone all that down. Like we play Taylor Swift, dude. This is not that kind of show." And the kid who's there, he skipped school for this. He's like, "Mom, I don't even know who this guy is. Anyways, where do you take him?" You're like, "I want to go live with Dad now." I think like there are the issues.
Shut up! You love Gallagher.
Yeah, you love me and you love Gallagher. I want to live with Dad. It was a weird day. And there I am with a fake mustache and striped shirt. I'm holding suspenders because I can't wear them or the old comedian's going to beat me up. And then he starts fussing with his manager and he goes, "No, I don't. Let's go outside." They go outside and there's a window right there to the studio where they go outside and they stand right in the front of it. And all you see is them going, "Ah!"
Do you think that was part of the bit of they weren't vocalizing anything? They're like, "Let's go out and fake fight," and they're not making any noise, and they're just like,
I hope so, because if not, he's very unstable. And the manager left, so he doesn't even come back inside. Eventually, they come back, and
did he
like,
come and get? Did he pick Gallagher up?
I don't even know how Gallagher left that day. Once he left the building, I didn't care. But so we finish it off. It's painful. It's rough. He's gotten into a fight with his manager. He's lost his ride home. My pants are falling down because I don't have suspenders.
Told terrible racist joke.
I got a mallet that I was wanting for him to sign, but now I don't even care. But I'm holding a meat tenderizer, so I got to get him to sign it. He goes, "I never used him." I'm like, "I got it, Gallagher. Just please sign it." And he in a Sharpie he writes on the "Here you go, kid." And he goes, "Hey, was that a wig?" And I said, "Yeah, it's a." "No, I have naturally jet black curly hair that I put behind a bull." "Of course it's a wig, Gallagher." "Hey, let me see that wig real quick." And he puts it on and goes, "Oh, yeah, it's like what I used to have." I said, "Yeah."
So you did wear that, though.
And I'm thinking, yeah, and he really liked that. But I'm thinking, is he going to give it back? And the son of a gun stole it. He never gave it back. And I said, "Can I get these?" He's like, "No, I think I'm going to hold on." I'm like, "No, really, can I have it?" That was like a $30 wig I bought yesterday. I think I'm going to. And then here comes the car. Manager, yup. That was
I'm telling you, that was their bit to get in a fake fight. And he's like, "I'm going to steal it."
They had their eyes on that wig this moment he pulled up.
Suspender shamed me. Signed a meat tenderizer, stole my wig, and then left after filling the room with racist jokes.
Is that the same wig from your Twitter profile picture?
That was it. I love that wig. Gallagher stole that thing.
Do you still have the meat tenderizer?
I do. It's in my trunk.
Why is it on your desk?
Well,
It's in your
I don't
trunk?
want people to see that.
That's sick.
It's in your trunk?
Oh, yeah.
That's every bit of like 6 years ago. It's been sitting in the trunk.
Well, it was in a bag of my
what if
old
he has
car.
to tenderize meat?
You had several cars since then. You've consciously moved it. From
I don't know what to do with it. It was in a garbage bag in the back of my car. I got a new car. I threw the bag of stuff in there. It's still there. I see it occasionally. It's next to a pair of soccer cleats.
You're engaged in a new home. You're not gonna like put it in your fresh new home. Like
it's in a garbage bag in your trunk, and it's been there for years. That's
you want me to go see if I can find it real quick?
That's a murder weapon. No, I don't. I'm not putting my fingerprints on it. I'm getting rid of it. You're trying to get us.
I'm giving it to Lucas. He's a huge fan.
Are you going all the way down to your car?
I'll be right back.
He's literally going to get the meat tender.
That's a pretty decent. Well, that's going to take like 3 minutes. That's going to be.
I'm gonna move to his.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna do that. I don't know how to produce anything on here. So
I don't know whose chair this is normally, but they've been wiping stuff on it. That's gross. Be careful. Watch yourself.
Josh Carey.
That is his chair.
Yeah. So R.I.P. Gallagher, I suppose.
What is,
I hate how bright I look on this. I look so pale.
Yeah, you're not that pale.
It's not great.
You're not that pale.
Neither are you. So you got to pick one. Since they're both dead.
Jesus. I love where this is going.
Sexy Gallagher costume or sexy Queen costume.
Oh, man.
You got to pick one. This show's off the rails without Ricky.
I didn't know much about either one of them other than she was a queen and he liked to smash watermelons. But now, after talking to Ricky, I know that he was a racist. So I don't know if Queen Elizabeth was or not. So
Probably.
I mean, probably, but I don't know. So sexy
Yeah,
Queen
we can't.
Elizabeth. I'm going with sexy Queen Elizabeth.
Okay. Interesting.
Are you after that? Are you still going with sexy Gallagher?
I'm gonna have I'm just no comment.
I have to answer. What is this?
That's a loser.
Yeah, I'm the host now.
Kevin, which one you rocking?
Yeah. I don't know. Queen Elizabeth's track record isn't great either. Maybe Gallagher.
This is what happens on the Friday shows, people.
He's out of breath. He ran to his
Man, you weren't kidding. 2017. He even dated it for you.
2017.
It looks like a third grader wrote that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Ricky wrote that on his way up the
wig with his pen hand.
No, Ricky wrote that on his way up the stairs.
Where would I get a meat tenderizer from?
I don't know. You have a prop closet. It's not.
That's him, dude.
This is podcasting.
That's been in my car ever since.
This is peak
How
podcasting.
much do you think you can get for this?
Nothing. I don't know what are meat. Well, in this economy, well, how much are meat tenderizers?
I think you should put it on
$6.50.
eBay and see what you get. See what bites you get.
When I bought this, wood prices pretty much free nowadays. Meat tenderizer run you. 50,
Well, you're gonna get
$60 probably.
You're gonna get the death bump on the.
Well, I don't know. After that story, I feel like if someone,
that's not great.
yeah, after that story, I feel like it's devalued.
But there's plenty of Gallagher fans out there that are like diehard, and they would maybe pay $57.
It's like
kind of
limited
bummed. I really would
edition
love
now.
to have gotten him on Cameo before it happened.
Was Gallagher American? Is that our death bump? England has the Queen. We have this
I
guy.
think, right?
No, since it's still 2022, I think we still have to ride with Betty White, right? She passed away at the beginning of the year. That's our death bump. You're asking for our death bump.
What?
Nobody cares for Gallagher. We got to ride with.
Wait, no, this happens every year. Betty White did actually pass away.
She actually is
right?
dead.
Yeah.
She is.
Well, it happens every year. It trends on Twitter every year, and then we realize she's just trending because it's her birthday and she's not actually dead. Or it's just like.
She is though.
But now
She died like right at the beginning of the year. She died,
Y'all
like,
ever
right
met Betty
before-
White? Y'all got any stories about that?
No, I don't have any.
I've heard that she's nothing but she's like the nicest person ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a pair of kitchen tongs signed by Betty White.
Got an old shower cap signed by Betty White.
Was it worth it going down there? Because we're almost done. I'm really surprised
I think
you
it was
actually
worth
went to
it.
get
It
that.
was,
great.
dude.
Great television.
I got a couple
You were booking
pork
it.
cutlet. What's that?
You were booking it. What do you think your 40 was on that?
It was pretty
getting down
slick. It was good.
Could you? Hey,
My
real
3
quick.
cone drill's filthy.
Before
Yeah.
we get out of this, can you just like quickly Google like US ESPN or Sports Center US soccer graphic? Did you see that tweeted today?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no idea either.
Oh,
Is it like a bad
gosh,
graphic?
I might have to
Did
like
they-
pull it up.
Did they mess
So
something up?
okay, real quick, you could search it on Twitter because you'll be able to find it.
And what am I looking up?
Sports Center
US
U.S. national team or something. No, not that
What
one.
the heck is that?
So the Sports Center official Twitter account today.
This one?
Yes, that one.
Ooh.
So they tweeted out, and this gets brought up all the time of like, oh, like what if they deleted it because they got bullied. What if our best athletes played soccer? Like that's like a common question in sports
Right.
media. What if LeBron grew up playing soccer
LeBron.
instead?
Oh,
And
no.
so today, Sports Center, like on the eve of the World Cup, basically, tweeted a Photoshopped graphic of. Let's
Does
see.
it
They
ma-
list all the names here. Ricky, you gotta be.
Of all of
Pull this
our
up.
lame players and who
You
would
ought
be
to
a
just, like-
better player.
Yeah,
in
they
there.
put Patrick Mahomes, Saquon, Austin Matthews in the Maple Leafs, Steph Curry, Odell Beckham, who isn't on a team, KD, Patrick Kane, like a 34-year-old Patrick Kane, LeBron, Mookie, Mike Trout, and Bam Adebayo somehow got on that.
Bam, Adam.
Bam, Adam.
They photoshopped them as like national team players, and they what was the caption?
It was imagine these American stars suiting up in this year's World Cup. Like
Like, imagine if they didn't because they don't play soccer.
The fact that Mahomes would be considered a good soccer player.
What would he even play? Yeah, like what
yeah,
would
right.
Mahomes
It's hilarious to me.
At least put Bam in the net, but Patrick Mahomes, what's he gonna do?
What's he gonna do, man?
And Odell, I think they threw Odell in there because he's actually good at
soccer player. Yeah.
And LeBron, I guess LeBron just being an athlete. I guess
part owner of Liverpool, LeBron.
Mahomes delivers passes in an unorthodox manner. His ankle angles are insane, dude.
So he's like the American De Bruyne
in our national team. Like
that's just such like an uninformed. Like, how about you just promote the actual team who's actually playing on Monday? Like, what are we doing?
No,
and it was only up for 20 minutes because they got bullied into oblivion.
It's because you could have picked better at like
that
athletes.
Too. If you wanted to go that route.
Well, honestly, the most misplaced one here isn't Bam, because Bam, I could see him being in the goal. Mike Trout playing soccer.
Maybe like
he's
center back. He's stout.
Like,
man.
do Shohei if you're gonna do the best baseball player.
Mike Trout. No, sorry.
Yeah, no. It was absurd. Patrick Kane, who's like not even remotely the face of the NHL anymore.
How did Justin Tucker not get a spot on that team?
yeah,
you know,
right?
I got kicks for
the best kicker in NFL history.
Yeah,
what is
really?
This is the respect that soccer. But it's like they got
Did they Photoshop him with the blue kit?
No,
trapezoids.
Sorry, Tony.
No,
I'm a fan of the blue one too, Tony.
It was the white kit with
Dang it!
Like, how do you know the actual guys? And like, Pulisic probably sees that today and is like, "What the heck is this?"
Yeah,
like I'm a global superstar too.
I think that's a big reason why our team struggles too. I think they've always had a chip on their shoulder. Just as a soccer player in America, not even before you're on the national team, your whole life, people are like, "Oh, you play soccer, sissy. Why don't you go play a real sport or whatever?"
Right.
So you grow up this whole time like you're. Like no one, like you play some kind of secondary underground sport that no one cares about. So then you get to a national level, you're one of the best. You're playing in the World Cup, and a day before, SportsCenter goes like, "Hey man, I know Pulisic's good, but could you imagine Mahomes?"
Can you imagine if these other guys who actually didn't play soccer, they would lose 27-0?
Hey man,
is what would happen because they're bad at soccer.
we got more players playing in Europe than ever, but you think about if Charles Barkley was playing, center mid.
Hey, the USA, they qualified for the World Cup for the first time since 2014. But what if Mike Trout was on the team?
Like, could you imagine, like, flip it around, the NBA season starting, and they just picked a bunch of soccer players and put them. Imagine if these soccer players played in the NBA.
LA Lakers.
What if Ricardo Pepi was the point guard for
they just
the
put
Warriors?
Ronaldo at power forward. Like, could you imagine NBA Twitter would implode? Or any sport, NFL, God. Whatever.
That's amazing. That is one of the dumbest things I've seen today. Probably the dumbest thing I've seen. We can end on all this if you want. Dumbest thing I've seen today was the Titans last night, Thursday Night Football. Got to win over the Packers. The Packers are struggling this year.
They stink, baby.
The Titans had the best offensive production that they've had in a game all season long. It was the first time in 9 games or 10 games. They were on a 9-game streak where they hadn't scored a touchdown in the fourth quarter. And they got one like on that very next play after they showed the graphic. They finally, the Titans fans have been screaming for Todd Downing, the offensive coordinator, to get fired all year long. He has the best game he could possibly call.
Great game.
And then gets arrested for a DUI this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, when in Wisconsin?
Well,
no, don't do that. That's not Cadoti drinking.
No, it was on the plane ride home. He got drunk, and then when they got back to Nashville, he got in the car. I believe it was back when they got because they served alcohol on the plane. And the dumbest part about it is the Titans organization all get free lift rides because they're part of the Titans. He had the opportunity to get a free lift ride home.
Also, he's an NFL coach, so he can afford a lift ride home.
Right.
True.
Hey,
always have a fall guy.
Todd Downey, great coach. But could you imagine if Greg Popovich was calling the plays for the Titans?
Yeah, right.
Probably don't have that DUI. Just saying.
Look, bad coordinator with a DUI. He's going to Tuscaloosa next year, probably.
He'll be probably
as an analyst.
Yeah.
At least our defensive coordinator had the class to get his DUI before the season,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If that's what you want to call it. All right.
Because we're just too focused on the game to be drinking and driving during the year. We reserve all of that for after the season.
Oh, fair enough. I guess he hadn't had too much to celebrate this year.
Boomer.
Yeah, all right,
Hey,
that's
they
good.
won't have to worry about that in Qatar because they don't serve alcohol in the stadiums.
Oh God, could you
That's a
imagine?
great point. Was this a response to Downing?
Are they doing them a favor in Qatar by not letting them drink alcohol? I feel like you'd get dehydrated so fast, as hot as it can get out.
They're doing everybody a
Well,
favor.
it's not.
They
it
still
won't be
serve
hot
beer
if
out
it's-
here in Arizona. I mean, come on.
That's a
there
good
you go.
point.
Well, it's
dude.
they're all, it's also it's going to encourage like people are going to try to get hammered before the game and then like pass out in the game or
the
something
World
like
Cup,
that is what's
you
going to
know?
happen. It's because that's what happens with like college students is they don't serve alcohol in a lot of college stadiums, so it encourages binge drinking.
You know how terrifying it'd be to go to the
just
World
stats.
Cup and then you black out and you just wake up somewhere in Qatar.
Yeah.
I'm sweating just thinking about that, man.
That's a good
That's
point.
a Taken movie. Look out.
That's a really good point. All right, let's wrap it up on that terrifying thought right there. Send you off into your weekend. Enjoy your college football weekend. Enjoy your World Cup weekend. Going into next week, you have month. We've got Thanksgiving coming up next week. So I'm sure everybody's going to have a short week there as well. We hope you enjoy it. Ricky and I will be back on Monday at 2:00. In the meantime, Christmas Light Show starts today. What are the Christmas Light Show hours?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Get here. Enjoy the
9
Winter
p.m.
Wonderland
5
after
to 9.
tonight, 5 to 9. Be here for that. Single game ticket vouchers are on sale. Mini plans are on sale now. Ricky's got the Gallagher meat hammer.
This podcast is adjourned.
See you Monday.
It's the first time I've used this thing. Can you believe that? Unbelievable.